Hello there, my name's Tom Crandall from Gear Mashers. Today we're taking a look at a really cool backpack by Timbuk2. For those that don't know, Timbuk2 makes some really exceptional backpacks. This year, for 2019, they came out with 3 cool Especial backpacks. So they have sort of your traditional backpack, and then they also came out with the Shelter Roll Top backpack. And they also have the Stash Messenger bag. And so the price point on those, at least right now, was the Messenger was $179, this is $189, and then the Shelter is $199. So to get started with this backpack, some of the features on the front of the bag here, they have some piping that goes up and down the bag, or up and down this section. So it's nice reflective piping. You have some reflective piping here as well. You can attach a bike light down here. They have some webbing that goes across this section that you could attach other things. And then at the very top, there's some more webbing with these plastic rings that you could attach other things to. The bag has 2 sort of side load pockets. So unzipping the first pocket here, and they have this high vis green. Hopefully you can see that inside. And so this is a section that you'd probably put your keychain, and in fact they have a little line here for keys, so I'll just take that off real quick. And then you can add things like a wallet or a phone in this section. So the backpack that they have, or that they've designed, the material, you have sort of rubber lining going all over the zippers, so that helps protect it from water getting in. Now the backpack's not completely waterproof. Most of the backpack, they call it sort of weatherproof. So if it's raining and things like that, and I've had this bag out in the rain, I hadn't had any issues with water getting into the bag. But they do have one section on the bag that they consider to be waterproof, and it's a side section here. And so this is designed for 15-inch laptops, or you could put smaller electronics there as well. But you would just essentially zip it up. Let's see here, let me grab the zipper. And it has a little flap that the zipper goes underneath, and that completely seals this section from any water getting in, which is really nice. So back to the front of the backpack. So the next section that you have here, I'll just unzip this, is they have a little bit bigger pocket now, and it has these little hinges that prevent the bag from, or at least this pocket, from going all the way down. So you can put things like a phone again in here. So this is probably where I put my phone. Unless it's raining really hard, then I might put it in that waterproof section. But so far, again, I hadn't had any issues with water getting into the bag. So I'll unzip that back. Then the next section they have is sort of interesting. So let's just say that you have a lot of stuff and you want to expand the bag out a little bit. They have this zippered section that allows you to open up the bag a bit. Most of your room's going to be at the top of the bag, and so it goes from 24 liters to 36 liters. So it gives you a little bit more room in the bag. The only thing that I noticed that they didn't include, which probably would have been nice, is to have some type of compression straps or something that you can compress this down if you really packed a lot of stuff into the bag. But that's, I thought, was sort of a cool feature of the bag. And when you zip it back down, it doesn't take up a lot of space. And so that's pretty neat. Then the next section here is your main compartment, and this is a top load section. So here I put a bike helmet in, so there's plenty of room to put a bike helmet. If you had some cycling shoes or something like that, you could easily put it in the bag. One thing I did find, that with this backpack, you could actually carry 2 15-inch laptops if you wanted to. So in here I put a 15-inch as well. Now, of course, it's not going to be a waterproof section in here. The bag, again, is pretty resilient against rain and snow and stuff like that. But if you truly want to protect your computer, you're going to want to use the waterproof section of the bag. But there's plenty of room. And then I have other things in here like shirts. So typically when I'm using this bag, if I were to commute to work, I usually put like a jacket or something like that in there to wear while I'm at work, and then maybe a few shirts and some food and things like that. And the bag's plenty big enough for that. I usually don't have like cycling shoes and stuff like that in there, but of course you could put a cycling helmet and shoes and there'll be plenty of space. On the side here, you have a water bottle holder and you have a compression strap. They actually did include a compression strap for the sides, and there's water bottle holders on each side of the bag, which is sort of nice. And then Peak Design is coming out with a new tripod that's really small. It's got a really small form factor, so you could easily put the tripod in here and then use a compression strap to really strap it in tight. On the back of the backpack, you have some channeling, so this helps cool the backpack down a bit when you're walking. I really haven't found the backpack to be too hot, but I live in Austin, so it does get hot out here. The shoulder straps, you don't have the ability to adjust anything on the shoulder straps at the top. So for example, this is a backpack by Roka, and on the shoulder straps here, you have some webbing that allows you to adjust the top part of the shoulder straps, which is actually really nice. Another thing that they included here is a chest strap. So when you're wearing the bag, you can tighten it across your chest, no problem. And then at the very bottom of the shoulder straps here, you have the ability to adjust that, and you can really cinch it tight, which is nice. And one thing that Timbuk2 always seems to do is they include a little bottle opener. I think that's sort of a nice little touch. So if you're out there drinking water or drinking beer, you got your little bottle opener here, no problem. And then along the straps, again, there's some webbing, so if you wanted to attach other things here, you could easily do that. So I'm just going to put the backpack on so you can see what it looks like. It's pretty much a no frills backpack as far as there's no extra webbing or anything like that. It looks pretty streamlined. And so here, just adjust this, and you can move the chest harness up and down as needed. So just tighten that, and then you just pull it to tighten. And then on the bottom here, for the shoulder straps, you have just the webbing here, and you just tighten it down, and it tightens really nice. And so this is what the backpack looks like on the side, and then here it is on the back, and another side view. What's cool about it is it sits a little bit lower, so if you're biking or something with this, your helmet's not constantly banging against the back of the or at the top of the bag, which I found sort of nice. And then when you're walking around it, I mean, you have total movement. So again, it's not hitting the back of your head. So all in all, I thought the bag was pretty good. One thing that I think would have made the bag a little bit better for fit would have been the ability to adjust the top section here. I thought that would have been a little nice, but they do have pretty thick webbing up here, and it's not going to go anywhere, which is cool. As far as handles for the backpack, you have one at the top. You don't have any on the sides, but you could hold these compression straps, I guess. It would have been maybe nice to have some type of handle on the side, but they didn't include that. The other thing that I didn't notice on this backpack that I thought would have been a good idea is to have like a soft case area or a soft pouch, so that if you had sunglasses or something like that, you could put them in there and they won't get scratched up. And another feature that I think would be cool to have is maybe like a safety pocket somewhere in the back here. So when you're wearing it, you could put maybe your license and credit cards and things like that. That makes it a lot harder to try to steal rather than unzipping these pockets. Although I can't imagine if you're wearing the backpack, someone unzips it, you're gonna probably hear that. That's pretty much it. For the price point, I think this bag is a good deal. Most of the backpacks I see in this price point cost around $150 to $200 to $250 maybe. So it's pretty reasonable. It's $189, so that sort of fits right in there. Oh, I guess one thing I didn't show you, that the waterproof pouch here, so just unzip that down, and so that it easily fits a computer. So I'm just going to slide this guy right in. So this is a 15-inch MacBook that I'm putting in here, and zip it back up. No problem. When I was walking around with this, with the MacBook in there, the backpack felt really comfortable. I did notice that sometimes when you had a really heavy load, the straps would move, and then I'd have to cinch it down again. So I'm gonna have to look at the buckle. I might have to contact Timbuk2 to ask them about that, see why it's coming loose, because it shouldn't come loose. But if I really pull hard, you can see it just moves right up. So it might just be that the webbing in here is not properly set on the buckle, and so I might have to move something. But this is how the bag came, so I expected it to work as is. So anyway, I'll be talking to Timbuk2 about that, and I'll put it in the description. So if you like this review, definitely hit the subscribe button, because that will help me get in other bags and other products. And also check out gearmashers.com. I'll have a complete write-up on this backpack, and maybe go in a little bit more detail. I'll also probably include this guy over here, this roll top, and talk about that as well. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.